Hello friends, Pete the drummer, and in this video we're going to check out Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Keep watching. That's right friends, today I'm in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Later on today I'm going to head down to Gatlinburg and check out some of the attractions. The reason I'm here is because one of my YouTube heroes, Adam the Woo, has been here a bunch of times and made a bunch of cool videos, and that inspired me to come check this place out, and so far it's pretty fun. I haven't done anything yet today. I got in late last night, but the one thing that I'm dying to do, and the first thing that we're going to do today, we're going to board the Titanic.
I'm going to share with you about Titanic's maiden voyage. Had smooth sailing during the first part of our voyage, till we heard that fateful cry that night, "Iceberg right ahead!" 37 seconds after they spotted the iceberg, the Titanic struck it, and we sank in 2 hours and 40 minutes. But it took them 4 hours to get there. It took them another 4.5 hours to pick up all the survivors. They decided to turn around and go back to New York City.
She's unsinkable. Revolving will spare no expense. I can't wait till she sets sail on her maiden voyage.
I've got a ticket on the Titanic. I'd like you to meet the Goodwin family too. A fine family they are. I've just met them. This is their cabin. Quite nice, don't you think? One single room.
Are we enjoying our voyage so far?
Sure am.
Good.
Cosmo Duff Gordon, Olympic fencing medalist, and Scottish aristocrat. Open doors of royalty to Titanic's design. You'll actually see 2 gowns of Sir Cosmo's wife's 1912 collection on display today as you visit first class. Wait, what? seen such a flat city. Not a breath of wind. Like a billboard. Stretch my legs. Ah, yes, sir. Here, General. All a handful. 21 knots, sir. That's a clear night, Mr. Miller. I say, I don't think I've seen such a flat sea. Not a breath of wind. Like a billboard. We'll make the birds out at sea with no breaking water. Maintain the speed and let run.
There's actually frost on this fake iceberg. Hi. You're welcome. Thank you. You too. On this side. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, is this everybody for you then? Just so you know, it is the same size and scale as what was on board because we used the little blueprints. The most expensive part wasn't Oakley, it was the linoleum flooring. It's called the millimeter floor because of how expensive it was. The dresses you'll see upstairs in the next two rooms were designed and made by a first-class survivor who sealed the
Well, friends, that was pretty cool to see. I hope you were able to get a good look at the inside of the museum. Anyway, there's a lot more to do here in Pigeon Forge. And I think next up is the Hollywood Wax Museum. Because that's weird. I'm staying pretty close to the Titanic Museum and directly across the way from the Hollywood Wax Museum. But as I'm walking back to where I'm staying from Titanic Museum, I'm admiring this view. Check this out. So right there is the Hollywood Wax Museum, but look at those mountains off in the distance. That is amazing. Later today I'll be headed further south down to Gatlinburg, and then tomorrow on to Rock City, Georgia. Anyway, I don't know what you all thought about the Titanic Museum. I personally thought it was pretty darn impressive. I especially enjoyed looking at all the actual artifacts that were recovered from the wreckage site. That was really cool. I thought they did a pretty good job of enveloping you and giving you a good idea of what it was like to be on the ship, especially when it sank. I know it was awfully dark, so I don't know how well it came out on video, but the whole recreation of the captain's wheelhouse, where you can walk outside into air that was as cold as it would have been outside that night, stick your hand in the 28-degree water, touch the wall of ice. I mean, that stuff was that was incredible. That was really neat to see. Anyway, I'm now at the Hollywood Wax Museum. Check this out. That's where we're going next. So I've read that on like Yelp and stuff that the wax figures that we'll see inside the Hollywood Wax Museum aren't quite as good as what you would find at a Madame Tussauds. But I've never been to a wax museum before, so I think this will be pretty neat. So that wasn't bad as wax museums go. Not that I would know. I've never been to a wax museum before. But, you know, wasn't bad. Some of them were pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to take a little break back at my hotel. My hotel is right across the road there. And then we're going to start making our way down to Gatlinburg. Maybe see another site or two along the way, but hopefully I'll be able to ride the roller coaster that they have down there. So that'll be fun. Well, friends, it's much later in the day. After the wax museum, I decided to take a little break. And now I've driven south through Gatlinburg and into the Smoky Mountain National Park, where I am currently just started hiking on the Chimney Tops Trail, which is not a very long trail at only 1.75 miles, but it is awfully pretty. So far, anyway. I hear water rushing, and I am at quite a considerable elevation from where I started in Pigeon Forge because it's actually cool out where I am right now. Plus my ears popped pretty bad on the road getting here. So yeah, I'm just going to hike. If I see anything cool, I'll film it. Well, friends, I'm starting this part of the blog at the end of the trail, because as you can see here, the trail that continues is closed. I saw down on the trailhead it's closed due to forest fire, wildfire. So I've climbed as far as I can climb, and I will tell you what, we don't get views like what I'm about to show you in New Jersey or in the Hudson Valley. That is for sure. Also, you can't really tell on camera because it's compensating, but I started this hike rather late. It was around 6:30 p.m. and it's now 8 o'clock at night. And to get back, I have about a 2-mile hike downhill to get back to my car. That's the good thing. The good thing is, from this point, it is quite literally all downhill. But to get here wasn't terribly steep, but it was relentlessly steep. But it was worth it for this view. How about that? That is picture worthy. That is the Great Smoky Mountains. Oh, I remember. This trail is called the Chimney Tops Trail. And I think I know why. Check out that peak right there. Pretty cool. Camera doesn't do it justice. It's pretty neat to look at. This trail is obviously very popular because it's so well manicured with all these and it's still recording. Of course, I cracked my glass. Damn it. Anyway, it's really well manicured with all of these steps and whatnot. They're all over the trail. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back down now. And tomorrow's another day. So friends, it's my last night here in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, and I really haven't done anything in Gatlinburg, just kind of driven through it. So it's a little bit late at night, but I'm actually going to go check out the Ripley's Aquarium. Well, friends, I just came out of the Ripley's Aquarium. Not bad. Not the best aquarium I've ever been to. But I went in during the last hour that they were open, and so even though it was kind of pricey at $40 to get in, I pretty much had the whole place to myself. So that was actually kind of cool. So friends, what I've observed, having driven through Gatlinburg a couple of times on my trip, is that during the day, the Gatlinburg sidewalks are shoulder to shoulder, standing room only, super crowded. But if you come here at night, the streets are empty. but everything is still open. Interesting thing I've noticed is that while there are a couple of wineries where you can walk in and like buy a bottle of wine, and then there's this one big place that does moonshine tastings, which is pretty cool. But aside from that, there are no bars on this main street, which is kind of, I think that's kind of weird. It is definitely a family-friendly place, but still, no bars at all. So I'm getting kind of close to the southern end of Gatlinburg town, where there's stuff to do, things to see. As you can see, it's pretty much a ghost town. It's only 10 o'clock, and everyone's gone. Stores are starting to close at this hour, but man, I wish I had more time, and I certainly wish I had more money. You could easily, very easily spend an entire week here, and a small fortune, doing all of the amusements and rides and games and everything like that. It's a pretty amazing place. Well, friends, it is time to head back to New Jersey, but before I get back on the highway, I'm heading back down to Gatlinburg because there's just one more thing I have to do. That's right, friends. I'm going to ride the Gatlinburg mountain coaster.